So hello and welcome to Ask Asabia, and I'm so glad you've been able to join. So in today's episode we are going to talk about the Xmas or Christmas budget. Okay, so let's stay tuned as we do that. So the Christmas budget, and this we are using Google Sheet. Google Sheet, you can get it on your phone as well. Okay, so we'll have our title in there. Now let's input the items. So the items that you answered to, the items you sent to me. So for Christmas, so we have a gift session, and then so there are lots of them. So I'll quickly type them all in. But basically, they are in 4 sessions where I have the gifts, I have packaging, and I have decorations. Okay, so you can pause the video and then also key in your items as well. Right, so I have holiday food, I have makeovers, then I have finally I have Thanksgiving. Okay, now let's key in the amount, so the estimated amount for them too. That's what you see there now. So I expect you to do the same. Key the estimated prices there. So I did a little bit of research on the pricing, and that's why you see some of these prices there. Of course, make sure you know how much it costs to get all these items before you kind of start your budget. So that's it. We want to put total price down here, so the total of everything. Oh, we want it to appear somewhere here. Okay, sorry, I left Thanksgiving out. So let's just put Thanksgiving offering and put the amounts there. Yes. We've got to thank God for such a successful year, the election and all that, the corona and all that. We are still here. We give praise to God. Amen. Okay. So now we want to insert a column so we can now style our budget. So just that. Let's highlight this. Then we can now move it all the way down so we can have a section to put our income, and then these are our expenses. So our income comes somewhere here. Let's just give it a heading, a nice heading. Oops, okay. Yeah. So Christmas budget for the year 2020. And it's from the 25th to the 28th. That's a long Christmas. Yeah. Now we would want to merge and center it across. So we highlight from A to D, and here we have a merge. Then we center it. Okay, so this is where we are going to put our income. So we are going to put our income. So we highlight that section and write income. So let's merge that one too. Let's click on merge. This time we want to merge vertically, and then we want to make it this way, make it align that way. We want to center it now. Let's change the position. So all this that I'm using, I'm not using the traditional Microsoft that we have on our PC. I'm using Google Sheets to do this. So you can use Google Sheets to do this. In 2020, I have an episode called Google and what you can do with it. So watch out for that video too. It will be coming up in 2021. Sorry. So I'm doing the same to this one too. Okay. Just to have it aligned that way. No, that's not what I want. I think I want that. Yes. Yes. Now it's very small. I guess you can see well. So we need to now increase the font. So look for where the numbers are written and just choose a greater number that can make it more visible for you. So we have that. So expenses and income. So now we have that. And let's zoom in so that you get to see it well. Okay, so this is better now. So now we're coming to put in our income. So we have salary, we have a salary. We're going to do say 20, 40, 60% of our salary. Okay, then we can do, I think 60% is too much, so let's do 40%. Of course you can change it. Let's do 20% then. Okay, so the next is Xmas bonus or Xmas allowances. So your company gives you one allowance, you can spend that during your Xmas season, during this Xmas season, so you can do Xmas bonus. The amount is also an income that's coming to you. Then next we can do any side job that you're doing. So any side job that you're doing, so maybe you sell a few things, you can as well do that. Yeah, a side job that you are doing, we can do 40% of the profits that we get. So now we have the salary, the Xmas bonus, and then we have the side job, 40% of the profit, because you don't need to spend everything. Okay. And now let's put in some amounts, but this time it had to be a calculation. Okay, to the item. So this time it had to be calculations. So we're going to find 20% of our salary. I think we can do 100% for bonuses, and then we can do 40% for the profit on our side jobs. Okay, so let's come here and then input the salary. So the main salary, and we can do side job. I believe you're following. So once I'm done, I would want you to, in the comments, you can put take a snapshot of your work, and then you can tag me on Facebook. You can tag me on Instagram. On Instagram, I as Axasabia GH, and on Facebook it's just Axasabia. So we will now put in the prices. So let's say the amount. So let's say 2,000 is a salary. Ghana cedis. Side job profits. Side job profits. As a thousand. 1,200. Let's do 1,200, and that's 20%, and that was 40%. So we're left with Xmas bonus. So Xmas bonus, Xmas bonus. I think we should do 100% of the Xmas bonus. What do you think? I think so. So let's just do Xmas bonus. Okay, let's put a total somewhere here. Once we finish everything, we're going to calculate all that. Okay. So income, let's just copy and paste. There's Xmas bonus here, and then Xmas bonus, let's do 1,000. Okay, 500. 500. Let's just do 500, and this time do 100%. 100% of the Xmas bonus is what we'll be spending. You can change it to anything, like I said, as a system designed for you. So you can change it. Let's highlight and then give it all borders. You want to see them clearly. So all borders. You just want to style it, and then we can move on. Let's delete this extra, and let's remove that. Let's remove the border from there. Give the part a border just to separate that from the expenses. Okay, so we have this. Let's do this again. So go to borders and click, and we can do all borders once again, and we have it all borders again. So so we just want it to look nice and tight in one area. So let's give it a color. I think we should go with lighter green, lighter blue. What do you think? Blue. Oh, what did you do? White. Okay. Let's do same for this. Okay, so let's start the income session. So let's make it the same color as the Xmas the title, so that we have something, some form of a theme. Oops, not that. Click and select this. Yes, that's exactly what we want. So we have our income here. Now we want to remove the grid lines in there. So we go to view. Let's change the what do you call it? The font. First, I like to use Times New Roman. So to get it, this white space, you go to view and then you just go in with the grid lines. Okay. Now we can begin to do the calculations. So, okay, let's just arrange it as we see it here. So let's move that up and then move this back. Okay, and then change the pricings to the amounts too. And then do same to the percentages. So we will equal to, then we click on the salary amount times the percentage and hit return or enter on the keyboard. We can then click and drag this formula down because we have it in a relative order. So let's just check. So this multiplies by this. So we have the 1,200 by 40%. We have 500 by 100%. And then we have 2,000 by 20%. That should give us the values in there. Now let's sum it up, the total. So equal to sum. Okay, then we can tab if you're on a Mac or a PC. So you can just click and drag. So let's say you click here and then drag it to the last value, and then you hit your enter key and return. So that's done for this part. Let's do same for the gift. So let's see the total for the gift. So the same thing, equal to some highlights, and then boom, you have that there. Let's do same for packaging. Let's give it a color so that we know the difference. Yeah. So let's give it a font color. Do it darker, but that's too bright. Let's do darker. Okay. So we do same for this one too. So equal sum, then highlight and enter. We can now copy this format for it. So the same thing, equals, here equals sum, sorry about that. Okay, so you keep doing that, the total. Sum, open, enter, and that's the sum of that. So now let's let the color run through. So we just format it using the first format that we have. So we click on this button, that's Format Painter. Click on it. We go to Format Painter again, and we paste. Go to Format Painter and paste. Format Painter and paste. So in our traditional Office package, offline, you have the same thing there, so that's Format Painter. Okay, so that's your Format Painter. Now we need to find the total of everything. The same thing we do, equal to sum. Then we go and select the first one. Then we put a comma, the next one, comma. We just go to the next one, and the comma. Scroll up. The next one, a comma. Comma. Click and comma, and then click. Oops, click. And then we can close our bracket. So that should give us 2,422. Okay. Let's increase the size of that a bit so we get to see it. Okay. So all these things that you have here are real issues. I mean, you can bear with me that there are lots of things that because you didn't answer my question, I didn't get to input yours here, or you can change it as well. And these things are real costs, you know. So we can change this to 20%, and once we do that, you realize that the total or income increases. So you can keep adjusting that. Now we want to be able to tell whether we are in good standing or in bad standing. So let's do status, so we know whether it is good or it is bad. So we're going to use an if function. So we're going to say if, open parenthesis, so if the amount that's here, the grand total amount, the grand total there is greater than the total income. Okay, the total income, what should it say? So the true value when it is met should be over budget. So I'm over budget, and because it's text, we put it in inverted commas. That's why I have inverted commas there. But if it is not, the value when it is false, it should just say you're good to go. Good to go. Yes. So we're saying if the value, so right now you can see that we are over the budget. So over budget. Our expenses has exceeded our income. Okay. Now we want to be able to format this, so we can go to format and go to conditional formatting. So we wanted to indicate a red color if it's over budget, and if it is not, it gives us a green color that we're ready to go. So click on text that's contained. So we do over budget, and we choose red, and then we want the font to be red so that you don't see anything inside, just the colors should tell you, hey, that's a danger sign. Let's add another rule. Same again. Text contain. Let's choose text contain. This time the text that contains good to go. Good to go. Now let's change the color. We want the color to be green. Say green, yes, the darker green. Let's do that's the font color, also green. Okay, so once you're done, click on done. So we have these two rules here. Let's play around with some figures and see if we can get the color coming up. Okay, still red. %, still red. Wow, this is very good. 100%, and it's still red. Even when I'm spending on my side job income, now it's green. Okay, because the percentage sign is not there. Okay, so now you get it. Okay, so if you can up your income, we have to better go reduce our expenses. What do you think? Now when I spend all my salary, I get green. Okay, wow, this is a very good tool that you can use. Google Sheets is on your phone. You can download it. I'll be walking you through the mobile version very soon. But since you have this, you can as well just do with the mobile version. But I'll still do that anyway. So let's go back to 60% of our salary. Okay, so let's say just this Christmas you want to chill, so you're not saving that much. Now let's just calm down and reduce some of the things. So let's say we're not buying lights, no, so no lights. We can just do the trees, so let's put 0 for that. Okay, nothing has changed. Oh my god. So what else can we change here? Any suggestions? Okay, what's that? So you just reduced some of the things and we are in the greens. That is how you create your Xmas budget. Now this is a very, very important tool, and in this season of Christmas I would wish everybody would use this budget to guide their spending. Thank you very much, and my name is Asabia. Like you know, just ask me any question and I will gladly answer them. Have a wonderful and a great holiday. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to share this because a friend also needs this. Bye bye.